Hey guys, it's me Chota King once again, and welcome back to another video on the channel today. So yeah guys, before we say anything else, I just want to show you guys the new plane that was added yesterday, the B-11 Strikeforce. So this is how it looks like inside of the hangar. So let's actually make our way down. So yeah guys, I was actually live streaming last night and I had some technical difficulties, but we did the half of our purpose of the live stream yesterday, which was to recruit and make Dixon, or the new DJ added yesterday, a resident in the club. So yeah guys, when we close in on the Strike Force, you will notice that this plane looks a bit bigger, and it is a bit bigger than the Hydra or any other plane, as it's, I think the landing gear on this is a bit more higher, which is actually a good thing because it will make the landing easier. So actually, since I have bought this vehicle, it costs 3.8 million dollars. So I'm not sure if we can access our phone. Yes, we can. So this is how this guy gets in. So I am actually gonna go to the Warstock site, and we're gonna quickly read the description. So here it is, the B-11 Strikeforce costing $3.8 million. So it says, in these days of high payload drones and live combat autopilot, the fine art of low altitude close air support is dying, but for those who still care about the personal touch, the B-11 Strikeforce is here to help you deliver. This masterpiece was built to walk one very fine line, high enough to dodge the ripping inferno of its own explosive cannon fire, but low enough to see the looks on their faces. So down here it also says, please note this aircraft is excluded from Pegasus lifestyle management and must be stored in a personal hangar. So for you to buy this vehicle, you also need to own a hangar. So I think that range is between 1 million or $2 million. I suppose you can get a hangar in $2 million. So yeah guys, without any more wait, let's get this thing outside. So yeah guys, we seem to have some problems on the runway. As you can see, my front wheel is in the air, and I guess this is how we're gonna take off for the first time. I did not really think, and I couldn't think that I would take off in this vehicle like this. So I guess let's just go with the flow. And I can't really bring it down even. I tried to, but I can't. So I guess this is how the Strike Force is supposed to take off. So yeah, let's do this. Oh yeah, the nose came down now. So this is actually the first time I'm gonna take off in this thing. So I have not flew this thing at all since the live stream did not work. I just kept it for the first experience. So what I experienced on the runway itself is that it is really easy to drive, I would say, down on the airfield. Like, it's really easy to turn. And there's also another feature of this vehicle is that there's no engine, I would say, light or so. Like, there's no flames coming out of the back of the plane. For me, I think this thing is a good thing, because that sometimes makes my eyes weird, and I can see properly around, which is obviously not a good thing when you're flying a plane. So the flying of this thing is pretty cool. I actually like it. It's like not bad. It's like smooth. It's not like wobbling around all over the place. And I think maybe that's just the good weather. So yeah guys, now we should check out what weapons this guy has. So first we have homing launchers. You know how that works. It's just a lock on, and then we can just fire away. So this thing doesn't seem to have any weight before we can fire more. So yeah, what's an interesting feature about this plane, as the missiles on this thing are actually new. There are new props added in the After Hours DLC. And the other thing is that the missiles actually fly off of the wings of this thing, as you can see right here. So that's also a cool feature. And then after this, they just reload and appear again. And yeah, the other unique feature about this plane that the other planes do not have is the barrage capability. It's like right near the standard missiles I mean. So let's actually try to make a strike on this petrol pump. Yeah, let's see if we can manage that. So this is more like one plane that can do everything you want. So there you go. This is the feature of this plane, that it can fire about, I think, 6 missiles at once if you wait long enough. So I think I haven't upgraded the... oh yeah, it does actually. So there you go, we are actually making problems for the military down there. And the other thing that this plane has is explosive cannons. So I have seen a video about the Strikeforce before, and it makes a distinct firing noise. So let's actually check this out. That's actually something new. Can you hear it? It's kind of a spaceship cannon or something. So let's actually try to strike down on these guys. So yeah, let's just try one of this, and then we can go and customize this thing. I can't really see anybody down there. Can you? I actually cannot see anything. So yeah guys, I think we should take this inside again and customize it a little and see what customization options does this have. So I hope this video isn't too long. I think it will be, but it's gonna be a complete guide of the B-11 Strikeforce. So the air field actually looks clear and we have lost the heat. So let's actually try to land this thing and see how it goes. Alright, that's smooth, and I actually like the fact that it has higher landing gear, so you won't damage the plane really when you're landing it. So we're gonna actually take a shortcut here, and yeah guys, I'll see you inside. So yeah guys, we are back in the hangar, and now it's time to customize this bad boy. So the first thing is that we have armor, so let's get the armor right away. Then we have bombs, we have explosive, we have incendiary, fire, gas, some deadly tear gas I would say, and then we have cluster bombs. So we are gonna get the cluster bombs indeed. It costs $1,14,000, so we do need that. And then we have the countermeasure options. So we have shaft, which is something to disrupt the missile lock systems, and then we have flare options, and then we have smoke. So we are actually gonna get the flare options here as well, $1,45,000. And then we have engine modifications. So yeah, our first flight was with no modifications at all, so now we'll actually get to see more of the performance capability of this thing, and I think that's gonna make it more agile and more easy to steer, and everything is like that. So yeah, we are actually done with this modification mostly. So we have applied armor, bombs, countermeasures, engine and handling. So I guess the next thing we should jump into is deliveries. So yeah, something interesting about the liveries on this thing, that it actually changes the number on the tail of the jet itself. So I'll show you what it says after. Let's actually check check this out real quick. What does it say now, and what does it say after I apply the livery? So it just says BRRT right now. It's like Bert, but I'm not sure what it's supposed to say. So I actually got to know all these features from the video I watched. So yes, I was actually investing $3.8 million, so I needed to know what's interesting with this thing. So we have the hog right here. I'm not sure what sort of animal this is. And then we have snake, I believe, the shark, and then we have the bunny. I'm not sure who would get this livery, but I do know someone who could. So there we go. So these are the standard livery options with no like camos and stuff on that, just the nose paint and stuff in the turbine. So that's the hog, the snake, the shark, the bunny. Then we have shark camo, which is pretty interesting. Then we have the hog camo. Then we have woodland camo hog. This is actually pretty interesting. The paint job is really neat. I actually like this. White tipped hog. Then we have camo snake. Then we have camo. Then we have stealth camo hog. Actually, this is pretty interesting. This is pretty interesting. I think this will be really hard to see in the night time. So this is actually interesting me, but it's too dark right now. So maybe I should get the shark camo for now, and then I can customize it later maybe and personalize it more the way I want. So I think this paint job is really interesting, but I'm not sure what's a hog actually. So it looks pretty awesome and bad, but I think I am gonna get the shark camo shark for this one. So we have the camo shark now as well, and we have the primary and secondary paint as well. So we can customize this a little bit to our liking as well, but it's not really making that big differences because it's just like the pearlescent coat we are doing underneath the livery itself. So I think green should look pretty cool with this because it will give us a nice look with the livery itself, but sharks are kind of blue, so I'm actually not sure which ones should we be getting here. Racing green is too bright. Let's just get bright green for now. It's not really making big differences, but I guess chrome should look pretty cool though, but I am not sure. So we have brushed aluminum already, so we could get gold. I'd say let's just go with chrome because it will give a nice look. And then the last option is off cell. So we have completely customized this vehicle to the max: armor, bombs, countermeasures, engine, handling, livery, and then respray. Let's actually see how it looks without the livery. This thing looks so bad, I don't want to see it even. So let's actually see how much this vehicle sells for. It actually sells for $1.7 million. So it's not bad. Maybe when you're done with customizing this vehicle, you can I mean using this vehicle for a long time, then you can eventually sell it if you want. I actually thought I would sell the Hunter sitting behind there, but I really didn't need the money, so I just kept it, and it's a pretty cool vehicle. So we are gonna exit the hangar now and see what sort of difference we have in the flight of the plane. So I think later on I'm gonna purchase the stealth hog livery because it's gonna look amazing on this plane, and it's gonna be really hard to see in the night time. But I think this livery is also not bad at all. So actually, since we need a few targets, I'm actually gonna start a headhunter mission really quick, so we have some targets to hunt down. So let's go. We even have the cluster bombs in this plane now, so we can do some bombing as well. So I guess we are gonna test out the explosive MG first, and this plane does seem a bit smoother, but hold on while I check the settings of the bombing bay. So we also have the flares now, so that's pretty cool. And I believe if you hold the right button, we are gonna open the bombing bay as well. Have we? Yeah, we have. So we just put it away again. Why isn't it going back? Okay, now it's closing. So where are the vehicles here? Let me quickly see. There's a vehicle right there. Actually, let's turn back, because this guy is closer to us, and we'll just get it done over here. So I am pretty happy with this vehicle now, because I have invested a lot of money, and there is my target. So let's see how successfully we can strike with this thing. I'm not actually such a good pilot here, so we'll have to bear with the bad piloting skills. I think is those guys. So we are gonna have to do better. I'm actually gonna check all the weapons on this thing, so we can know how effective this thing is when it comes to battle. So we are actually getting a few hits on them, and looks like they are stuck with the cops now. So where is my target? I have no idea. I think they're down at the beach now. They're hit pretty bad. I have no... yeah, I see him. So this vehicle is gonna be a little challenging for you to know where your targets are. I can't even see them, so I guess it's time to use the homing missiles, as we did successfully take out their vehicle, but I am not sure where this guy is. Was it the target? Yes, it was. So now moving on to the cluster bombs. So I actually have an idea where this guy is. Yeah, so we'll be moving to the target now, and let's see how successfully can we carpet bomb our next target. So this vehicle is pretty smooth to fly, I think, and I am unsure how it would perform in dogfighting, but I think this plane is a bit too stable for quickly turning, I would say. But I actually like the stable flight, because not a lot of planes offer that. So I can see my target down there, so let's actually try to carpet bomb him. So I actually wanted to test out all the things we could do with this thing. Did we get a target? I think we almost did. So we have a limited amount of these bombs, so we should be careful trying to take people out with this. I think we barely miss him from about an inch or two, because it was really on target. Okay, now I get it. So I am gonna take this guy out with my explosives right here. So I think he is right about here. These guys are securing him pretty good. Where is the target actually? I think he's right there near the small hut right there. which I cannot successfully aim for. I have actually bombed the whole house, and if this was real life, I would have dig a new hole in the ground for a new construction site maybe. How am I not getting him? So let's actually hold on. Are the bombing bays still open? Yeah, now it's closing. So actually I am taking too long for this target, so let's see if I can take him out here. So the thing of this plane is that it's really easy to handle. So I'm actually not sure where my target is now. He is supposed to be at the back side. So let's actually go and try to carpet bomb him. So I think my next option is gonna be homing launchers, because I seem to not get where my target is. So yeah guys, before wasting more time, I guess it's time for homing missiles, because these guys are really making my job harder. So yeah, this is actually a bit difficult than I thought it would be. They're doing a pretty good job of securing the target over here. This shouldn't take this long though. This is actually embarrassing. I can't even see the target. Where is he? Okay, so Mayday. We actually are gonna get a target now. He's right there. How many times have I carpet bombed at this location? So I guess that's the target here. And yeah guys, I'll be right back. I guess I'm not sure how I am gonna order another one, but I think I just died here. So that was a real shame, and I'll be right back when I get the plane back. So yeah guys, I'm just getting back into the Strikeforce now, and I actually totally forgot of the barrage capability. If I wasn't getting the targets, maybe I should have tried the barrage, but I guess my mind didn't work then. But yeah, I guess I'm still gonna leave that on the video, because it was actually embarrassing, but we still had some struggle taking out a target in the Strikeforce. I'm actually not the best of the pilots, but now we actually have a time, so we just have over like 4 minutes to complete this mission. So let's see how we do. I'm not sure how fast we're going, but this plane does seem a bit slower. But I guess I'm gonna find out when I'm gonna take this vehicle against other planes, or the Hydra or the laser. I think this plane is gonna suffer majorly when it's gonna be up against the laser, because the laser has just too much of the acceleration. Are these guys actually going down? I think they are. So I guess this is gonna take forever if we use the barrage. If we try to get them with the barrage, I think this will be even more impossible. I think I actually got 2 hits on them, and I think I almost disabled their car even. Are they still going? There they are. Oh, it was almost a direct hit. with that barrage. Yeah, we have disabled them. So I guess let's take our bombing bay revenge if we can. I think it was just a bit too early, but I think we are doing a good job of scaring the hell out of them. So I hope this is the one. Oh yeah, I see the target. It's actually you just have to hold the right button. I think he's just standing in one position now. Where is he? Yeah, he's right there under the tree, but I cannot. Oh, he's right there. He is right there. He's right there in the trees. Let's get them. I'm gonna get him this time. I guess the target has a little more health than the guys defending him. So yeah, I guess it's homing time, since I cannot know where this guy is, and we actually do not have long before the time expires, so he is actually right there. So we have only about a minute and a half left, and that target is close to Mount Chiliad, so I'm not sure if we are gonna be able to get this in time. So let's just try to go there and see what happens, but I mostly think this mission is gonna fail, but we will see. I guess I'll see you guys near the location. So yeah. Closing in on the target, and I've noticed this strike force is horribly slow in a straight line, because we just flew from over there, the windmills, towards my final target, but I seem to have no rush with this thing. It's just taking its own pace. It actually took a minute of actual time for me to go from here to there, and I'm still not reaching the target. I am not sure if this thing is damaged or this thing is horribly slow in a straight line, and I have no hopes for this in a dogfight, because just look at it how slow it is. So I have no idea what's up with this, but I do believe this thing is really amazing from air to ground, but I wouldn't say in the case of the headhunter, because the other strike we were doing were pretty bad. I think the target was in a pretty bad location, so I find this thing really going slow in a straight line. I'm not sure if it's just the way it flies or it is actually slow, but I have no idea what's going on with this. So you just witnessed yourself that I couldn't even fly near my target before the time ran out, but I actually got the full payment of the headhunter, but we still didn't take out one target. So yeah guys, I was also thinking how much money it took for us to customize this vehicle. I had about $19.1 million, and I just have about $18.6 million left. So it took us about around I think it took us about $400,000, and I actually made profit off of the fourth week of the guest listing. I actually did a video on that earlier on my channel, so I'll leave a link of that in the description. So yeah guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video, and this has been a complete guide of the B-11 Strikeforce. So it is a pretty cool vehicle to own, but the fact that we are paying $3.8 million for this vehicle, and it not being fast enough, but from the size of it, it does look huge, and it's a bigger plane than the other fighter jets. So yeah guys, this has been the B-11 Strikeforce. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this vehicle, and there is something actually cool on the front of this machine gun. I I hope I can get it from this angle. From on the side it says warning, gun will fire if rotated by hand. So if you actually try to rotate this thing by hand, it's gonna fire. I hope we should get closer for this. This actually happens when we apply the livery on this thing. So it says peace through superior firepower. I think, yeah, peace through superior firepower. I think it starts from peace, or I think if it was peace through superior firepower, it would be like the firepower should be on the opposite side. But yeah, that could be in the next line. So yeah, this is pretty funny. So yeah guys, I'll see you in the next one. Hope you have enjoyed. Do subscribe to the channel and like the video if you did, and also turn on your notifications, because I do GT Online videos almost every day these days, but I do sometimes take a day off. So yeah, I'll also leave a link to my social media down below. So yeah guys, I hope you have enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Have a nice night.